In the world of gaming, I feel like there are many reasons why people become gamers. Some reasons have to pertain to them escaping the reality and the problems that they're going through, or it could be to immerse themselves into a world that they've never experienced and otherwise be someone else. I can say for this reason or for these reasons, I am a gamer. When I was growing up, gaming wasn't as advanced as it is today. For instance, mobile gaming, we had stuff like Tetris and Snake and stuff like that. Nowadays you can actually play RuneScape, which is one of my favorite games that used to be it still is, but it used to be on the computer. You can even play that on your phone now. But like I said, I'm not saying that those games back then were bad. They were great for their time. But I can say that gaming has come a long way, especially mobile gaming. But when I was a kid, the first system that I personally owned was a Dreamcast, Sega Dreamcast. I had played systems before that, like the Game Boy Color or the Sega Genesis or the Nintendo 64 and stuff like that, but this was the first one that I actually owned myself. Later down the line, I got a PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 and stuff, etc., etc. But that was the first system or console that I actually owned myself. I can say on the side note, games are meant to be fun, unless you're like one of those competitive gamers, which I tend to be. So gaming is meant to be fun, have fun, but on the side note, games are a little different than they used to be now, and than they used to be back when I was growing up. Nowadays, like, developers tend to come out with an unfinished product, it seems, and then they want to patch it and come out with DLC because technology is advanced for them to be able to do so, and I guess fix the game or whatever. When back in the days, you did have the glitches in some of these older games, like on PlayStation 2 and whatnot, but I can say for sure that they didn't really come out with an unfinished product back then, unless they were being rushed to. Nowadays, that seems to be the norm. They come out with unfinished products. But let me get back on focus. Let me get back on topic. Some of my favorite games consist of games like God of War. I enjoy all of those. Mortal Kombat, WWE, Grand Theft Auto, any like UFC games, preferably starting with the Undisputed series on after, and like the Tenkaichi series and whatnot. I pretty much enjoy all of those games. If I had to choose which generation or set of consoles or console was the best, I would say the PlayStation 3 for me. I didn't own the Nintendo Wii, but I know about its capabilities. I know it was famous for its motion sensor technology and implementing that into like console gaming. And like the Xbox 360, they had an extensive library which was exclusive to them, like Rare and all of those different developers, and they also had a pretty decent online capabilities, And then with the PlayStation, for me, I know they had the DualSense technology and the controllers, which isn't really a deal breaker. But then the online was free, and like the Xbox and Wii, I want to say they all three of these were backwards compatible. As to like some of the systems now, they're not very you can't go back and play older games from older systems, even though they're made by the same company. You know, they're made for the same console. Not necessarily the same console, but you know, it's, you know, I don't know. To show my appreciation, I could definitely show you my library of games if you like me to. Okay, so I know this isn't the best of quality, but let's go through them. You got the UFCs, you got your 2Ks, your Mortal Kombats. You know, look at all of these games. You know, I've just gotten over the years, you know, from having PlayStation 4. Most of these are PlayStation 4. Some are cross-platform. Some I got from the PlayStation Plus library. Some I don't. Like these with the locks, I don't have the disc for those anymore. The ones that have the locks with the Plus, I don't have those because of, I think I have to buy the extra PlayStation Plus and whatnot, and that costs a little more. But yeah, I mean that's my library of games, pretty much. I do apologize for the quality of that. You know, I mean, it wasn't the best. They wouldn't let me turn my camera around either. So, yeah. But I mean, that's my gaming library. You know, I'm a very, very avid gamer, as you can see. But like getting back, there have been times since I was a kid. I have lost track of time, just gaming all day, you know, and it's not intentionally, it's just like I said, I just be having so much fun, or you know, and I just be on the game all day, you know. I even remember back when there were when they had the little demo things in Walmart where you can actually like test out the new games that come out and whatnot. They had the little controllers, and then they had the monitors where you can go actually try out the new games or the demos for the new games, and you know, then you'll know, hey, am I gonna buy this or not? I know they have them still in like GameStop because that's the actual gaming store, but well, I know for sure Walmart used to have them. You know, I mean, the only games that I can say that really just blew me away, or have delivered when I first played them, you know, or impressed me, or like it was like Call of Duty Black Ops for sure. When I first played that, I was amazed. Any new GTA, you know, they tend to raise the bar higher every time, and then like the new God of War games, they've been getting better as they come out, you know. And I'm sure there are more series that are like this, but these are the ones off the top of my head I can think of. That's one. I mean, like I said, at Walmart they used to have it to where you can test the games out. I feel like that was one of the best things they could have ever did as far as gaming, because like I said, they kind of exposed children to new games that they wouldn't else try, you know what I'm saying, in a sense, you know. I can't say that I'm not a disc guy anymore. I don't buy discs anymore because like the last time I bought a disc, I stepped on it and broke it, so I'm never buying a disc anymore. But you know, but to close, I'm not gonna keep this interview too long, but to close, some people tend to think that video games are a distraction. I tend to disagree with that. I feel like they can teach you a plethora of things, from like history, from Metal Gear Solid, mythology with like God of War or stuff like that. Even history with like Call of Duty and stuff, with like the Cold War and whatnot. Mythology and stuff. They also can like test your hand-eye coordination, teach you critical thinking, as far as, you know, trying to beat whoever you are playing against, and they can teach you humility, you know. So, like I said, they can teach you a lot of things, you know. And I may not be the best of gamers, but I can say gaming is partially the reason why I am who I am today. Thank you.